Alright, let's get right into it. You're hearing these terms everywhere: AI agent, agentic AI, and are being thrown around like crazy. But what do they actually mean? Today, we're going to cut through all that noise and give you the real clear breakdown of what's happening in this incredible evolution of AI. So, to wrap our heads around this, let's start with one central question. When we talk about these new AI systems, are we talking about a single super specialized lone wolf? Or are we talking about a whole coordinated intelligent wolf pack? Getting this distinction right is, well, it's everything. This whole journey really kicked off in a place we're all familiar with, late 2022, when generative AI just exploded onto the scene with things like ChatGPT. And look, these models are amazing at creating stuff, but at their core, they're reactive. They basically just sit there, wait for you to give them a prompt, and then they respond. But it didn't take long for everyone, developers, users, you name it, to want more than just words for pictures. The next logical leap was pretty obvious. We needed AI that could actually take action. And that's where the AI agent steps onto the stage, completely changing the game from just generating stuff to actually doing stuff. And that right there is the crucial shift. It's a change in our ambition. We went from wanting a clever chatbot we could talk to needing an autonomous assistant, an AI that could actively check things off a to do list, use different tools, and actually complete goals for us. So let's meet the first character in our story, the AI agent. This is our lone wolf. It's a single laser focused piece of software that's been built to be an absolute expert at one specific job. So, the official definition is an autonomous program built to hit a specific goal. But a better way to think about it is like hiring a really skilled freelancer. You give them one clearly defined project: hey, summarize this long report or book me a flight to New York, and they just go and get it done. So, what really makes an AI agent tick? It boils down to three main things. First, it has autonomy, meaning it can work on its own without you holding its hand. Second, it's task specific. It's a master of one trade, not a jack of all. And third, it's reactive. It can adapt on the fly as new information comes in while it's working. And here's a perfect example of how that works. Let's say you ask for the latest news on a topic. The agent, all on its own, fires up a web search tool, reads through what it finds, figures out the important bits, and then gives you a nice clean summary. It's a whole multi step process, but it's all handled by that one single agent. Okay, but what happens when the goals get way bigger, way more complex? I mean, a single agent, no matter how good it is eventually going to hit a wall. And that limitation is exactly what sparks the next huge leap forward. Here's a great way to picture this. A single AI agent, it's like a smart thermostat. It's definitely autonomous. It senses the room temperature and then acts to keep it just right. But here's the thing, it's operating in a bubble, totally focused on its one little job. A single agent, no matter how good it is eventually going to hit a wall. And that limitation is exactly what sparks the next huge leap forward. Agentic AI, on the other hand, that's the entire smart home. It's not just one device doing its thing, it's a whole system. You've got the thermostat talking to the weather forecast agent, which is talking to the agent that knows about energy prices, which is checking in with the security system agent. They are all collaborating to run the whole house perfectly. And that brings us to our wolfpack. Agentic AI isn't just one program, is a whole system of these specialized agents all working together. It's like having a full project team in a box. You've got a planner agent, a research agent, a coder agent, all coordinating to deliver something way more complex than any one of them could do alone. Okay, so we've met the lone specialist and the coordinated team. Now let's put them right next to each other to make the differences totally 100% crystal clear. So really here it is in a nutshell. An AI agent is that lone specialist. A Genic AI is the coordinated team. One is about executing a single task. The other is about collaborating on a complex mission. And if we break it down a bit more, you can really see the difference. Look at the jump in task complexity from single specific jobs to these huge multi step operations and applications. This is where it gets really interesting. A single agent is perfect for a chatbot, but an agentic AI system can tackle something enormous like managing a global supply chain, predicting demand, automatically rerouting shipments to avoid bad weather, or imagine a research team of agents that can design an experiment, analyze the data, and then write the first draft of the paper. That's the difference in scale we're talking about. Now, if you pop the hood on a single AI agent, it's actually pretty simple. It's got a module for perception to see what's going on, a reasoning module to think about what to do next, and an action module to actually do it. It's just a simple, elegant loop: perceive, reason, act. But agentic AI, it takes that basic loop and builds these powerful new layers right on top. You get an orchestration layer that acts like a project manager, keeping the whole team on track. You get persistent memory, so everyone shares the same information and context. And of course, you have the whole team of specialized agents. It's a completely different, much more sophisticated way of building things. Now, all of this sounds absolutely incredible, right? But let's get real for a minute. This is cutting edge stuff, and it's definitely not without its challenges. Both approaches are pushing the limits, and that means there are some pretty serious growing pains. For your single AI agent, a lot of its problems are just baked in because it's built on a large language model. That means it can still hallucinate or make things up. It doesn't really understand cause and effect, and it can be super sensitive to exactly how you phrase your request. Plus, planning really far into the future is still a big struggle for them. Agentic AI can solve some of that, but it introduces a whole new class of system level problems. What happens when two agents miscommunicate, or when a small mistake by one agent triggers a cascade of errors through the whole team? Just managing and debugging these incredibly complex systems is a massive challenge in itself. Um, so, what's the big takeaway from all this? The bottom line is we're seeing a really fundamental shift. We're moving away from AI that just passively generates things and toward intelligent systems that are deeply woven together with autonomy, memory, and goal decision making power. They are becoming active participants in our digital world. And that leaves us with one final and I think really critical question to chew on as we get better and better at building these powerful teams of AI agents. The ultimate challenge isn't just about making them work well with each other. It's about figuring out how we make sure they can work seamlessly with us as true reliable partners in solving the biggest problems we face.